We're on our way to Gyeongbokgung Palace, and it's arguably the most famous landmark here in Seoul, South Korea.
We went to this palace a few days ago, but I'm really excited to go to the palace that we're going to today because I think it's like the biggest and the grandest, so it'll be fun to compare the two once we get there. If you're new around here, we actually travel to a lot of countries. It's our full-time job. South Korea is actually our 30th country, and in all 30 countries, we have never gone to a Starbucks. But South Korea actually has the second most amount of Starbucks in the entire world in their country. So we figured if we're gonna do it anywhere, this seems like a good place to do it. Got the goods.
The country with the most Starbucks in the world is obviously the United States, and then number 2 is Korea.
I got an iced caramel macchiato because that was really the only thing I knew and everything else was in Korean. It honestly tastes the exact same. That's actually kind of crazy when you go to chains that no matter what country you're in, they taste the same.
Well, we kind of got kicked out of Starbucks. We ordered it in a to-go cup and we were just sitting there drinking it, filming the video, and we noticed that everybody around us was drinking out of glass cups and thought that was interesting, but we were just like, whatever, we'll just continue enjoying this like plastic cup. And then somebody came up to us and was like, hey, you can't drink out of a plastic cup inside here. I don't know why that is. I guess we voluntarily left because he said that he would be willing to substitute our plastic cup with a glass one, but we were just like, we're gonna leave. I guess that's fine because we want to spend a lot of time at the palace anyway.
We were just walking to the palace, but then we stumbled across this I think it's like a park. It looks really pretty, so I think we're just gonna go walk through it. We're still not totally sure what it is, but there's lots of flowers, so that's cool.
Well, I tried to translate what the sign said, but I didn't have much luck. But all I know is that this is just an open green plaza. That's what we got from Google Translate.
I feel like we're normally pretty good at assimilating. Oh, there's water all over the camera, and I'll tell you why in a second. As I was saying, before I noticed the water, we were like walking through this little like garden area. I don't know, we saw people doing it. So we were like walking, there's like a little path or whatever, and then all of a sudden Jacob and I just got blasted with a bunch of water. We're having a hard time figuring out like what we're supposed to do, what we're not supposed to do here in Korea. It's definitely been a little bit of a learning curve. So we were in there, and I think it's kind of funny because we were walking through there, but there's like a clear path. And like, look, there's people over there walking, but the people like set those up as we were walking and then turned them on. Apart from getting blasted, this is very beautiful. I love that there's just this place right in the middle of the city that's green and flowers, and there's like mountains in the back, and it looks like you can pay to like walk up these stairs, and I'm guessing you get a really good view of like the mountains. Apparently it's free, so that's fun. I was walking up the stairs, I guess kind of fast, and the guy that's like letting people in was like, slow, it's dangerous.
Well, we like free activities, especially when we believe it's gonna lead to a really cool view up here. This is called the Sky Pavilion. I think they said it was like 4 stories tall, and we're staring right at this national park here on the north side of Seoul. This is a beautiful view. You have the view of like all of the city of Seoul this way, and then behind you, you have these huge mountains that are in the national park, and it's really cool that this is free. And honestly, that is one of my favorite things about Seoul, is that they do such a good job of like letting there be like green trees and nature, but then also like being a really big city. Like, I think Jacob and I looked it up today and it was like 6th or 7th or something biggest cities in the world, so it's really cool, and I love that it's green and beautiful while still having the city life. There was just a mad dash of people, so I think we're headed to the right area. We've got to find the entrance somewhere. It is Wednesday, so I'm really glad we didn't come yesterday. We would have been turned away. Well, this is definitely the most popular place that we've been in Seoul so far. There is people everywhere, but for a very good reason. Look at this view. It is insane. It is so beautiful. Well, it looks like all the school field trips are gonna get in line before us because we still gotta go buy tickets.
Got our tickets.
It costs $5 total. Now we're ready to enter.
Honestly though, like this area is really pretty. So if you didn't want to pay, you could just come here and take pictures and you still get amazing views.
And you can stay here as long as you want.
The views really do just keep getting better and better. I love that the mountains are behind this. So you can just have a beautiful view of the mountains and of the palace.
We just kept walking perfectly straight and everybody's just crowded around here. So I guess this is the place to see. It definitely looks like that's the throne hall or the throne room. We got some bit of experience like learning about that at another palace that we went to here in Seoul. Kind of looks very similar, but this one might be a little bit bigger. We turn to the left and this is easily my favorite area so far of this palace.
It's so beautiful. It's just green and mountains. I love it. We were told to not drink the water from the sink here in Korea by our hotel. Honestly, I think we would be fine if we did, but we just bought some water bottles and we're actually surprised at how cheap they were in here. Outside they were selling them for 2,001 per one water bottle and we got 2 for 2,000, which is like under $2 US. It's almost quiet over here by the lake. I think this is my favorite spot so far. The lake is so peaceful. You have a beautiful view of like, I don't know what this room would be, and then the mountains. It's amazing.
This palace belonged to the Joseon, right? Joseon?
Yeah.
Joseon dynasty, like dating back to the 1300s all the way up until the 1900s. So the kings and queens were living here just like 100 years ago.
We have been walking for a while now. This place is pretty big, but we just came to an area where there's like nobody here and it is so quiet and peaceful and beautiful. So if you come here, make sure you keep walking all around so you can find little places like this and not just like the big main area.
We were just trying to like walk towards this mountain, just like keep going towards the national park, and we found it.
Yay!
We really like walking around this palace, just enjoying the views and all of these buildings. They do have a free guided tour that you can take in English and Korean, so we could have done that. It might have been better. We kind of came into this palace at an awkward time for the tour. We like just missed one and there wasn't going to be another one for like an hour and a half. We just learned that this building that's far away from everything else is actually the burial site for a lot of the kings and queens in that dynasty.
There's so many doors and archways and so many buildings. We actually found out that the last building we were at was where they would take the kings and queens when they died, and they would do like the funerals there. There's just so much history and so much to explore here, and it's just so fun to like imagine all the kings and queens and the princes and princesses just like walking around these grounds. Like you can really just feel the history here. A group of kids just like ran up to us and they were like talking to us and they're like, "Where are you from?" And we were like, "United States," and they like all screamed and they were like, and I was like, "Are you from Korea?" And they were like, "Yes." And they were just really cute and super fun to talk to.
Found a vending machine, so we got more water.
We stopped in to get some Korean fried chicken. We had it the other day. We're trying a new place today though. I'm really excited, and we got a cast beer. We got some assorted potatoes, and I think it was the way to go.
We got our boneless chicken here with some sauce that I'm not quite sure what it is. It's like kind of reddish brown, and then of course the assorted potatoes and the beer. So this meal's a little bit expensive, but there's a lot of food here, and Korean fried chicken might be our favorite meal so far in Korea.
It looks like there's like some spices in here, but I'm gonna be honest, it would be pretty hard to beat the last place we went, but let's see. I'm gonna dip it in the sauce. I do think that I like the like crust on this chicken better. I really like the sauce at the last place, but this is pretty good. I love Korean fried chicken.
Whew. All right, that was definitely a lot of food and we did not finish it all. but we did leave room for some ice cream.
We have to go back to our hotel a little bit early today because we have to figure out how to buy the bullet train tickets because tomorrow we are headed to Busan. And the last time that we tried to use the public transportation here, it didn't really work out so well. So you can go watch that video if you want to, or wait for us to post our Busan video. Either way, we will see you in the next video. It's time to eat our ice cream.